Hello fellow Vikings and peasants. Welcome back, it's me, Monkey May Cry, and after recently completing the game and defeating every boss, I still felt like there was so much to the world that I hadn't seen. I either had a chance to upgrade my base, make some nice living quarters. I was originally going to make a boar farm, but then I decided I wanted to make a human farm. But then all the humans kept escaping. So I decided on my second option, that I was going to go and grind up all the best gear in the game, fully upgrade it, and see if I could stomp out every single boss in the game. Because that sounded like a very good idea, and I feel like it would really please Odin. First on the agenda, I had to go and grind out again. I needed some more iron, some more silver, some more black metal scrap, and I also needed to go and farm and get some flax and some barley for making some of the best foods, and obviously for linen. So that's the first thing I set out to do. I went around, I went to the dungeons, I got some more iron, nice and easy. I then had to go and find some goblin camps. I needed more barley and I needed more flax. Black metal scrap was going to come with killing the goblins, and I also needed totems because I was going to fight all the bosses again. In the hunt for finding totems and goblin camps, I also found this zombie town, which was actually pretty cool.
Zombie?
Oh my god, what? There's loads of druggers in this building. Some people did want to see what seed I had, and here is my seed, and here is the map that I've discovered so far, so do with that what you will. Step number 3, I had to go and grow some crops in the plains. Now, I had done some farming in the past. As you can see here, I've got some nice tasty old carrots, and they were pretty tasty. I do love me some carrots. Moving on, so I planted the crops with the barley and the flax. These two plants can only be grown inside the plains. It takes around 2 to 3 in-game days for them to grow fully. Once they are fully grown, you will get 2 for the price of 1. So if you plant 10, you will get 20 back. So bear that in mind. I had to do a few cycles of this growing, and I also left some for future use in case I didn't have enough this time round. While all my crops was growing, I managed to get some silver, and I managed to get some iron and some black metal scrap. What I did was put it on my boat and sail it home. On the way back home, I did need to find some serpents, so I took the scenic route. I needed these serpents for serpent stew. It was going to be really useful for fighting the bosses again. Now, last but not least, my weapon of choice was going to be the Frostner, and to be able to get this, I needed to get Ymir flesh, which was sold by the merchant. Those of you that watched my last video will know that I had a seed for a merchant. I got all my money, I went to that seed, I sold all my stuff, I got the flesh, I came back, I made the hammer. So that was it, we was ready. I had all my gear fully upgraded, and I also had all the items that I was going to use to summon all the bosses. The dragon eggs you can't see in my inventory, but I've got a little trick, and I'll show you guys later, that I figured out because I'm such a 5-head, massive, big brain. I recruited myself a grizzly, and because we had managed to kill all the bosses before, we had all the buffs available to us. One of them was going to reduce all the elemental damage, and the other one was going to reduce all the physical damage. I had one, Grizz had the other. It was going to make it a piece of cake. Let's go and kill the first boss. Me. Oh, you better watch out. Oh my goodness. So one boss down, pretty simple, pretty easy. Now all I had to do was run back to the base, and considering the fact that I've already faced every boss in the game, I had teleporters in each of the locations that I needed to go to. Change my teleporter to T3, go and defeat the Elder. Don't sit down on the job, mate! Now I wasn't expecting the Elder to be a hard boss, but considering the fact that I could tank all its shots as my health bar barely moved, it's fair to say it shattered all expectations of what was going to go down. After defeating the Outer, go back home, change the teleport to T1, go and fight Bone Mass and Yagluth. Bone Mass was probably the boss that I was expecting to be more of a struggle than anyone else, mainly for the fact of his poison. But given the fact that we had the potions and we also had the boss ability which reduces elemental damage, yeah, it's fair to say our health bar didn't even move. I can literally just stand in his damage. Mate, you can't hurt this. I even let this skeleton hit me as well. Mate, have you been hitting me? Have you been? You better stop it, Bone Boy. It's all been a walk in the park up until this point, but the main problem here is that buffs only last 5 minutes with a 20-minute regen cooldown timer. We were getting a bit too big for our boots, we were getting a little bit too cocky here, and we decided to go and face Yagluth without our buffs and without waiting for our food to end. I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I can't move! I played myself! And yeah, it's fair to say some goblins messed us up, and we died. Yep. Well, we'll pretend that never happened. But it's cool. We ran back. We grabbed our stuff. We popped our abilities. Come on, big boy! eggs and we killed him. Yay. Are you not entertained? Now we're going to go move on to the dragon, which is the final boss because of the way I had my teleporters. Don't question it. Now, normally I wouldn't do this kind of stuff. Normally this just sits bad in my stomach. If I play a game, I want all the experience. But considering the fact that the dragon boss was literally 10 million miles away, I wasn't going to travel for a full hour just to get all the dragon eggs to the boss. So I decided to do this little exploit. Now, forgive me, internet. I am terribly sorry for being such a corner cutting Andy, and I apologize in advance. But this is what I did. I put the dragon eggs in my inventory. I logged out. I went back to my previous world that existed back in my very first video. I got chased out my own world by the owl because I summoned him too soon because I didn't know what it was gonna do. Well, anyway, I'm back now, fully geared up, and I get my revenge.
Guess who's back now, big boy? You going down?
I kill the Yalk, I put down the chest. Inside of this chest, I will put the 3 dragon eggs. I then log out of the game, and I go back to my main world. I head up to the altar where you put the 3 eggs down to fight the boss. I log out. I go back to the world, go in the chest, pick up the eggs, log out. Go back into my main world, load back up near the altar, and I've got all 3 eggs in my inventory. Look at that. That's just... Now it's time to fight the boss.
In for a penny. In for a good pounding, I always say.
Let's go!
I'm not gonna block.
Let's do it! And it's fair to say he didn't stand a chance. We absolutely destroyed him. So there we go. Thanks for watching the video. This is going to be the end of my time on Valheim, at least until another big update. I'm not going to milk it. I'm not going to just make 1,000,001 videos. I've enjoyed my time. I've got 100 hours in the game now. It was absolutely beautiful game. It's a beast. But it doesn't mean I can play 24/7. I got to go and play me some World of Warcraft. So, peace. It didn't go... You're a bit too close to that fire, mate.